What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is John. Today I have for you a convenience good. That's right, today we're going to be taking a look at the NEOLIFE soft rack roof pads I picked up using Amazon Prime for $59.99. My father has the exact same set. We use it all the time to transport our kayak to the lake, to the river, to the beach, even to the bay. It's really awesome when you can take your own personal kayak out to places like Sanibel and Captiva and paddle through the mangroves, which otherwise would cost an arm and a leg to rent a kayak to do so. Having your own kayak definitely adds a caliber of freedom to your lifestyle not experienced before. Having your own kayak is absolutely amazing. But if you're not towing your own kayak, this is great for other things too, like surfboards, paddle boards, and even equipment like ladders, for example. You could even put these pads close together and transport furniture on top of a car. Listen, these pads are so simple and easy to assemble and disassemble and move from car to car. Theoretically, you could keep these in your trunk and use them whenever you want. Or if someone wants to borrow them, take them out of your trunk and give them to them and help them set them up. They take no more than 5 minutes. They're extremely intuitive and simple to use. I am super excited today to be showing you the NEOLIFE soft rack roof pad. Let's go ahead and get into this unboxing and first impressions. Transporting these around in your trunk is super easy. There are no tools required to set this up, so you don't have to keep track of an Allen wrench or some kind of screwdriver. It's not going to poke through this bag eventually. This is such a nice thing to have in the back of your trunk if you want to use it to haul a chair home or a ladder home. Or if you're going to the beach, maybe you live on the beach and you're constantly transporting things around like paddle boards and kayaks and surfboards and skimboards and just things of that nature. Having these all at the go, ready to go in the back of your trunk, nicely organized in this black nylon bag. It's almost like a beach chair. It would definitely blend in and sit well with a beach chair. This is just fantastic to have. So let's go ahead and get in the box. Like you saw, you did get the nylon pouch to store these, but what's more important is how organized and neat everything came. As you can see, it's all tied down, but really it's just a couple of straps. The pad itself is a nice, durable, thick material. You can feel it firsthand without even unwrapping anything. You get nice straps here. They're metal. They feel premium. They don't feel like they're going to rust or corrode or anything like that. Potentially the spring on the inside, but that has yet to be seen. And last but not least, you do get the user manual in the box itself to help you install this for the very first time. It also goes over a couple of little tips and tricks, such as how to keep the pads from whistling, which is an issue, and you know they will flap and whistle and things like that. So there are some tips in the user guide on how to avoid those little minor irritations, like say if you're going on a really long car trip, you can definitely find out how to fix that issue right in this user guide. But more importantly, what this user guide points out is when you are hauling something like a kayak, for example, you will need hood straps like a bungee cord, for example, just to give the kayak another hard point to balance itself on. You can't rely on just the roof racks alone and then strapping the kayak down from the middle. It does still have the potential to slide off or even less, shake. So you definitely want to follow all the instructions here and make sure that your kayak is secure as possible. I think NEOLIFE just wants to point out that these are just roof pads. These are not to secure the kayak down to the top of the vehicle. They're here to simply raise the kayak or board off the roof of the vehicle so that it doesn't scratch it, and because it just makes transporting them that much simpler. But now that we've discussed basically everything you get in the box, you can see here there are no tools required to assemble this or put this together. Like I was saying, these are super easy to set up. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so now that we've done a basic overview, you know why I have these. you can see for yourself that this is an awesome product, one that's extremely versatile and easy to carry around. You can strap it to your roof in under 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and see some of the features that this roof pad comes with. There are a few differences between the one we have in front of us here today and what I see on Amazon. So I do want to discuss some of the differences here and just make you aware of them. And then last but not least, I just want to show you a couple of features that I think you're going to really enjoy using and tell you how exactly you can use them. So let's go ahead and get into this pad. I'm going to show you the finer details of it. I am only presenting one because having two on the table, it just takes up too much space, but they're exactly the same length or width. They are exactly the same material and have exactly the same features. There is no distinguishable difference between the two. In fact, you could actually reverse these and have this one on the front and the other one on the back, or vice versa. It does not matter. As you can see, you get the NEOLIFE logo on either side of the soft rack roof pad here. You get a couple of really nice straps here. This nylon material is extremely durable and resistant to corrosion because you can clean this. Now, I'm not going to say that this won't get moldy over time or rip and tear, but you can definitely prevent that if you just clean it, I think. Let's go ahead and get into some of the good stuff here. Now, this is one thing I want to point out. If you actually look at Amazon.com, you can see that we have the NEOLIFE roof pad here. Now, what's a little bit interesting is you can see that it's from a brand called Warminski, but the side of the roof pad says NEOLIFE on it. So a little bit confusing there. I'm not sure if this is by Warminski or NEOLIFE, or if NEOLIFE is a brand of Warminski, but I'm sure you can type in either title in the search bar and find this roof rack. Another thing I wanted to point out here, which I thought was pretty interesting, is the fact that it shows you get an upgraded strap here, and it looks like you get this sort of cotton spandex sleeve over top the buckle itself. So if you actually look at the buckle itself here, you've got buckles actually on either end of the roof pad here, and they are metal, so they will scratch your roof if you have them flipped upside down like they are on the table now. The whole purpose of the little gurney flap, or whatever the name of the flap is, underneath each buckle is to obviously keep them from scratching the roof and from banging on your roof. But I think one thing you'll notice here is we don't have that spandex sleeve over top of each buckle. If we look at the other roof pad, we don't have that spandex buckle either. So a little bit disappointing that on the website they say we do get an upgraded buckle, and I think it's an upgraded strap because you have that spandex piece, or maybe they're just referring to the strap, but not quite sure. But still, there is a difference between what you see on Amazon and what you see in front of us here today. And I actually would prefer to have that spandex cover over the buckle. I think that actually makes it just a little bit easier and more intuitive and straightforward to set up, actually, because, you know, you can only put the strap through a certain way, right? Another thing I want to talk about here is how you can use the NEOLIFE roof pad. So a couple of things I saw was, A, you can either strap both straps to the bottom of the car and have a sort of double layer protection. So you basically have both flaps on the end tied down to the roof to make sure that this pad doesn't go anywhere. But you should only take advantage of that function if you're towing something a little bit heavier and a little bit bigger, like a kayak, for example. When it comes to surfboards, what I noticed was you could actually tie one of the ties down underneath the roof to secure the roof pad, and then use another strap to go over top the surfboard to tie down the surfboard. So multiply that times 2, and you've got 2 straps over the center of the surfboard. And depending on how long your roof is, I think you could actually spread that out and tie your surfboard down permanently if you wanted to, or really securely, I think. So this is extremely versatile that you can use it that way. So if you don't have a strap in the car for your surfboard, if you just bought these roof pads alone and you had a surfboard that you wanted to transport, you wouldn't need anything else, which is really awesome. Also, one complaint I have about this user manual is I think the diagram is a little bit left to be desired. I think they're a little bit vague. I don't think they're all that clear. As you can see, they're showing using the roof rack for a surfboard, but do not show how to use it for a kayak, for example. And what's interesting about that here is it looks like there is some kind of different mechanism underneath the roof of the car here that you're supposed to tighten down, and then another mechanism at the very top of the surfboard here that you're supposed to tighten down. I just think this image here is a little bit confusing, but the end result, as you can see at the bottom right hand corner, is, like I was saying earlier, you can have a strap over top the surfboard to secure it down. So if you don't have bungee cords and you need a roof pad and something to tie the surfboard itself down, you can count on these to do just that. Now, when it comes to a kayak, they do recommend, or actually they pretty much tell you, you need a couple of extra hard points and a couple of extra tie downs. If you're hauling something like a kayak, you definitely want a bungee cord tied down underneath the hood of the car, and then you want a bungee cord tied down at the trunk of the car as well, just to make sure nothing is coming off, right? You do get a 19 or a 28-inch pair. Now, when I was shopping for these originally, I was concerned that maybe the front pad was going to be 19 inches and the back pad was 28 inches, but that is not the case. When you do unbox the pads, they are the exact same length. They are 28 inches, and it will say that on the description of the product when you do unbox it. So a little bit confusing here because I don't see an option to purchase a 19-inch. Yeah, this is an awesome product and solution to hauling surfboards and kayaks and things like that around without having to pay several $100s for OEM roof racks from your car's manufacturer. Anyways, guys, that has been an unboxing and first impressions of the NEOLIFE soft rack roof pad, 28-inch wide. I picked up using Amazon Prime for $59.99. As you saw from the unboxing and first impressions, it came with a very nice carrying pouch. It was a black drawstring nylon bag, similar to what you'll get with a lawn chair, for example, making these just really easy and organized to transport around and take with you to the beach, or just keep in your back trunk to be able to haul things around whenever you need to. You can pretty much set these up in 5 minutes, which is why I think they are so convenient and economical. For 60 bucks, this far outbeats, $300 roof racks from your car's manufacturer. My parents did have a more expensive car. They have an Infiniti SUV, and when they looked at getting OEM roof racks installed for their Infiniti QX50, it was about $300 to $400. This for $60, ordered on Amazon, get it the exact next day, is the obviously more affordable and better option, I think. And if he decides to trade that car in, he doesn't lose the roof racks. He can pretty much take these right off. Or if he wants to put them on another car or truck or SUV or van, or even lend them to a friend, he can do that as well, or you can do that as well, or I can do that as well, because I think I will be keeping these and using them for whatever I need to use them for. I think these are extremely versatile. Like I was saying, they're built out of this beautiful nylon material. It's cleanable. You can scrub it down. There's nothing scratchy here. Your roof isn't going to get all scratched up. You do get these really nice flaps at either end that protect the roof from being hit by the metal buckle. The build quality here is fantastic, even though there is some confusion about the branding. The branding on this does say NEOLIFE, but the brand on Amazon says it's by a company named Wantiago. I don't think you should be worried about what you're ordering here. This is a fantastic product. A couple of other things I wanted to talk about were there will be some differences when you order this off of Amazon and when it arrives, but I don't think it's a deal breaker. I don't think it's all that big of a deal. These are going to function exactly how they are advertised as functioning, and you will love them. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and first impressions. I really hope you could see the quality of this. I really hope me pointing out the differences helps you make a better, more informed decision. If you want to see more content like this, hit that like button, subscribe, because I picked this up on Amazon. That does make it a convenience good using Amazon Prime. My name is John. Again, hit that like button, subscribe. Also hit the bell notification to get notified when I post videos to YouTube. And be sure to share this video with friends and family and tell them we review items from Walmart and Target and Best Buy and Dick's Sporting Goods, as well as online stores like Amazon and other online stores. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is John. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one.